Centre for ethnic Armenians who are arriving at the village of Gorus near Azerbaijan. And Bernard, these people are all heading to Armenia, but do we have any idea where they will end up and what sort of support they will get when they get there?
Tom, these people have been offered promised accommodation. They'll be helped out by the Armenian government. The government says it's ready to accept 40,000 families in Armenia. That's pretty much everyone left living in Nagorno-Karabakh, and they're all coming to start new lives. It's extremely unlikely that anybody you hear, this traffic heading out with ethnic Armenians, extremely unlikely any of them will ever go back to Nagorno-Karabakh. This is an area, really a very historical moment, really, because this is an area where for hundreds and hundreds of years ethnic Armenians have lived in what is modern Azerbaijan. Now the last of them appear to be leaving for new lives. Many of them saying they just simply don't trust the Azeri government, which for effectively since last December has really had this place in a vice hold, and as many people say, they've been starved out. Azerbaijan is a government that, according to Amnesty International's latest report, severely restricts freedom of expression and has arbitrary arrests and politically motivated prosecution. So under those circumstances, the Armenians here feel vulnerable despite the assurances of the Azeri government.
OK, Bernard, we know that negotiations are ongoing. What's the US government been saying at this point in time?
So the USAID chief, Samantha Power, this is the US government's agency for international development. She's going to be up here a bit later on. And ahead of that, the US government has said that says Azerbaijan's use of force in quickly taking the area around Nagorno-Karabakh is unacceptable. And it says Washington is looking for an appropriate response. It's calling on the Azeri president, Ilham Aliyev, to live up to his promises to protect the ethnic Armenians and let in aid deliveries into international monitoring organisations. We've seen Russian peacekeepers around. Earlier on we saw a couple of their vehicles. But as we know, Armenia is heavily critical of the Russians, who they say have allowed this to happen. The Russians, it said, following a peace deal after the last war in 2020, were supposed to stop Azerbaijan advancing on Nagorno-Karabakh. Well, that simply hasn't happened. And we also know that Azerbaijan President Aliyev, he says he will guarantee the safety of Armenians, but then he's also said that it's his iron fist that has consigned the idea of the region's independence to history.
OK, thank you so much. Bernard Smith there.